Welcome to Sports Express. Brought to you by the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow, GPO Federal Credit Union, Herkimer College, and Scalzo, Zogbey, and Wittig Insurance.
All aboard the Express. Our stops tonight include Onondaga Community College for championship weekend in high school hoops. 5 local teams vying for section titles tonight, including in Class C girls, West Canada and Hamilton. Plus, the Adirondack Bank Center, where the Comets hosted the Lehigh Valley Phantoms to kick off March on a very rowdy hockey night in Utica. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Express. I'm flying solo tonight, and that's because John Serio is out at Onondaga Community College, where the Section 3 finals began in boys and girls basketball. We had 5 local teams competing for titles tonight, 2 more tomorrow, and we'll begin with an all-local in Class C, the final on the girls' side. West Canada Valley finished the regular season a perfect 20-0, but they want that elusive section title. Logan Langle and Hamilton want it as well. First half, Lindsay Spear finds Colleen Kelly in the lane with the nice take. 25-21 WCV under 2 minutes until the half. Then Annalise Grabowski kicks out to Hannah Burdick. The senior drains the 3, and the Nighthawks have a 28-21 lead at the break. Second half, more Spear to Kelly. 5-point lead for WCV in the third. Then the Nighthawks' Jenna Beam finds fellow senior Ava Fellows in the lane for the nice turnaround jumper. WCV up 32-26 under 5 to go in the third. Later, Spear, she missed the last game, rattles one home, 4-point lead now. And to the fourth, Emerald Knights rally to take the lead up 51-45 with under a minute left. Grabowski calls the screen and pops the 3. Lead cut to 51-48 with 44 ticks to go. Hamilton on top, but the Emerald Knights had Logan Langle. She drained a clutch free throws down the stretch, and Hamilton wins the Class C title 55-50. Langle and Kelly combined for 41 points. Again, Langle with 6 clutch free throws. On the boys' side, another Class C all-local, Hamilton and Waterville. The top 2 seeds battling it out for the section crown, each with plenty of support. Second half, Andreas Cardelis Watkins sends it on in for Drew Baker, and the big man banks it home, 34-27 Waterville in the third. Closing seconds of the third, Waterville up 8. Braden Decker with the outback at the buzzer. Eagles up 46-36 heading to the fourth. In the fourth, Hayden Dumas gathers the loose ball and sends it up to Jackson Ruane. Waterville up 12. The Jackson Ruane, then he lets it fly for the Eagles from the wing. Waterville feeling it up 55-41 with 5:18 to go. Drew Baker and the Emerald Knights still fighting, though. Baker with the putback cuts the lead to 7 with under 4 minutes to go. But Waterville pulls away. Alan Morey with the bucket. The Eagles win 69-59. They are your Class C champs. Jackson Ruane, your tournament MVP with a game-high 26 points. And right after that one, Class A championship on the line for the Deacon Judd-led Central Valley Academy. They're the 3 seed, taking on top-seeded West Hill. Judd got the first 4 points of the game with some nice moves in the post. CVA up 4-0. West Hill answers with a 3-ball from the wing from the sophomore Eli Prince for 3. Later in the first, Thunder go down under Connor Dempsey with the find to Thomas Jaquays, 6-3. In the second, check out the up and under from Will Luke. Luke with the hot hand there. CVA up 22-16 with 5:32 to go in the half. Later on, nice fake and finish by West Hill's Eli Welch brings the Warriors within 4, under 5 to go in the half. Second half, West Hill took the lead up 47-43 with a little over a minute remains, and Deacon Judd follows up his own miss, cuts it to a 2-point game, but West Hill would hang on to take it 59-52, ending the Thunder season. The CVA finishes 19-3, Judd with 19 points and 11 boards. Thomas Jaquays 17 and 8 boards. Well, still a couple more section finals involving local teams to come at OCC tomorrow, both in Class B. On the girls' side, top seed Notre Dame looks to capture the banner against 3 seed Marcellus at Allen Gym at 3:30 p.m. And on the boys' side, at 6, Cinderella 6 seed Clinton looks to complete the magical run against top seed Marcellus down the hall at SRC Arena. Well, here in the Valley, we also had section finals in boys volleyball. A pair of local teams going for titles at Jarvis Middle School. Class B final between top-seeded Chittenango and 2-seeded CVA. Opening set, and that's Tyler Desley. It says not in my house. Ties the set at 11 each. The Thunder continue to roll as Braden Huntley sets up Ethan McCaw, just barely in. CVA down by only 2 here. Still in the first, Huntley sets up Vincenzo Geloso. It goes off a Chittenango player, hits the ground. Thunder down by only 1. Chittenango with a chance for a point here now. Jackson Kenyon slides in with the save. Braden Huntley puts it up, and Xander Keniston sends it home, tied at 17. Huntley gets a point of his own as he barely knocks it over. It's 22-21, Chittenango leads. Now CVA would take the first set, but they drop the next 3. Chittenango takes the Class B boys volleyball crown, winning 3-1. Right after that one at Jarvis Middle School, top seeded Sauquoit Valley taking on 2-seed Canastota. Third straight Section 3 Class C final played between these squads. Sauquoit won the last 2, looking to three-peat. First set, tied at 25. We need a tiebreaker. Off the return, Zach Latino says sit on down. A little tap of the net, advantage Redhawks. Next point, it's Latino again, this time getting the setup from Mason Farrell, and this is anything but a tap right to the line. Game Sauquoit Valley. So the Redhawks up 1-0. Sauquoit Valley up 8-5 in set 2 now. Check out the setup from Nick Giuliano to Farrell, who sends it into no man's land. Red Raiders can't get there. Sauquoit would take set 2, 25-20. Set 3 now, match point, 24-23. Redhawks looking to ice it, and it's who else but Latino. Another spike to the back line, and that's the ball game. Sauquoit three-peats as Section 3 Class C champions, sweeping Canastota in 3 sets for the 3rd straight year. Redhawks advance to regionals where they'll face Catskill next Saturday. Good stuff. Congrats to all. That'll take us to the first intermission on Sports Express. Still to come, this week's featured athlete of the week. But coming up next, we'll shift gears to the college ranks, where Herkimer College and MVCC men's basketball look to keep their Region 3 title hopes alive in the quarterfinals. That, plus hockey night in Utica after the break.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsExpress. This is Sports Express, brought to you by the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow, GPO Federal Credit Union, Herkimer College, and Scalzo, Zogby, and Wittig Insurance.
Welcome back aboard the Express. The Utica Comets got the month of March started tonight, sitting 7 points out of the final playoff spot in the North Division with just 22 games to go in the regular season. So points are at a premium. And tonight, the team welcomed in the Lehigh Valley Phantoms to get the 14-game March slate going. To the Adirondack Bank Center for hockey night in Utica. Second meeting of the season, first at the odd between these teams. Lehigh Valley won the lone matchup at home in December. Nolan Foote returning to the Adirondack Bank Center tonight. He joined the team on a conditioning assignment for Wednesday's game in Belleville. First period, just over 7 minutes in, Tyler Wotherspoon threads the needle on a stretch pass to Justin Dowling, and Dowling unloads from the dot, beating Cal Peterson glove side. Comets strike first and lead by 1. Less than 2 minutes to play in the frame. Phantoms a chance now. Jacob Gosher puts the bouncing puck on goal. Some chaos ensues, and somehow Eric Shallgren keeps it out. Then the game gets a bit chippy. A minute to go, Rhett Gardner with the shot. Shallgren the save, then Garrett Wilson gives Shallgren a little whack. And the Comets netminder, he didn't like that one, so the teams exchanged some pleasantries. Went on for a while. Comets would end up on a power play when all was said and done. In the second, still 1-0 Utica. Lehigh Valley looking for something. Centering pass to Wilson, but Shallgren with a beauty. Point blank, he was spectacular, making 28 saves on 28 shots. Ryan Schmelzer and Chase Stillman would add goals in the third. Comets get a big win, shutting out the Phantoms 3-0. Utica now heads to Hershey to face the Bears tomorrow night. And we've got a couple more for you. The NJCAA Region 3 men's basketball tournament brought 8 teams to Herkimer College, with only one emerging from the weekend as the regional champ and national tournament bound. In the second game of the day, men's hoops, 7-seed MVCC Hawks took on 2-seed Fulton Montgomery Raiders in the quarterfinal round. First half, it's MV opening the scoring. Lateef Johnson, nice feed underneath to Isaiah Earl for the bucket to put the Hawks on top by 2. Just over 5 minutes in, Mohawk Valley down 1. Ike Shepard with a little shimmy in the paint, gets the bounce off the roll, 8-7, Hawks lead. And the Raiders start to go on a run. Off the steal, Kenny Hardiman finds Nick Butler for the finger roll. That made it 12-8, Fulton Montgomery. Shortly after, off the inbound, Najimi Kirtan throws down the one-handed jam. Raiders would go up by as many as 14. The Hawks, though, with a late push, now trailing by 11. Tyrese Book with the takeaway, wins the foot race to the rim and drops it in. MVCC back within single digits. with 90 seconds to go. Check this out. Jalen Bradbury, the alley-oop to Earl, and Isaiah finishes with a two-handed slam. The Hawks would pull within one at halftime, but despite keeping it close, Fulton Montgomery would win 82-78. MVCC ends its season at 10-14. Earlier in the afternoon, the hosts and top seed Herkimer College took on 8 seed Hudson Valley Community College. First half, more than midway through, Generals up 9. Ozzie DeJesus with the drive through the middle, switches to the left and puts it in while falling. Herkimer now on top by double digits. Just over a minute later, Vikings pull within 5, but it's DeJesus with another nice effort. Off the steal, the hesitation for the layup and the foul. Herkimer needed that one as they go back up by 8. Under 6 minutes to play. Generals on a 10-2 run and pulling away. Another takeaway. This time it's Nick Boyce who goes to the hole untouched. Late surge gives Herc a 43-27 lead at halftime. In the second half, more of the same. Anthony Douglas Jr. underneath. Lots of contact, but he puts it up over his head and gets it to go. And one. Acrobatic play there. Herkimer dominates the rest of the way, going on to win 90-61. The Generals will face 4-seed Tompkins Cortland Community College in the semifinals tomorrow afternoon at 1. Well, the Region 3 women's tournament is happening up at Jefferson Community College in Watertown, and the opponents here were inverted. MVCC took on Hudson Valley and dominated, winning 86-51. The Hawks will take on 2-seed Onondaga Community College in the semis tomorrow at 1. And after that, Herkimer faced Fulton Montgomery, falling 70-45. The Generals end the season at 15-11. Other college scores tonight: the Empire 8 champion Utica University men's basketball team fell to number 3 Trinity in the first round of the NCAA tournament, 83-54 in Hartford, Connecticut. Utica finishes a historical season at 24-4 and as conference champs. On the ice, NESCAC women's semifinals. Hamilton College takes down top seed Amherst 2-1 to advance to the conference final for the second straight year. The Continentals face 2-seed Middlebury for the title tomorrow at 4. And in the ECAC quarterfinals, game 1 of a best-of-3 series, top seed Colgate beats Brown 5-1 to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 tomorrow at 2 p.m. Our Athlete of the Week is coming up next.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com. This is Sports Express Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow, GPO Federal Credit Union, Herkimer College, and Scalzo, Zogbie, and Wittig Insurance.
Welcome back to Sports Express. Our Athlete of the Week this week takes us over to Holland Patton, where sophomore Andrew Giuliano is continuing on a legacy of success. When looking around the practice room at Holland Patton High School, it's pretty evident that there is a rich tradition of success on the wrestling mat. There have been quite a few athletes that have won sectional titles and some state championships as well. Andrew Giuliano is the latest in that line of success, and he's only a sophomore. Giuliano recently won the Division II state championship at the 101-pound weight class against an opponent he'd faced before. Just 2 weeks prior at SRC Arena in Syracuse, Giuliano lost to Colin Legalbo from Little Falls. But in the state championships, Giuliano battled back and came out on top against the same opponent, earning the latest state championship for a program rich in grappling history. Giuliano's motivation was literally written on the walls of the practice room, having looked up at past greats that have come before him and wanting to carry on that legacy going forward.
I don't know, it's pretty crazy, I guess. I wanted just to be like Alex and Hunter ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to win 3 state titles like them. And like the older I got, I thought it like wasn't possible. And now there's still a chance.
You know, in terms of a state champion, he's in a very elite crowd, obviously, with, you know, coming from Holland Patton. And in general, to win a state title as a sophomore is very difficult to do.
I want to see like my other teammates be just as successful as I was this year.
I think they're all responsible kind of for each other. And there's no doubt that what Andrew did reminded everybody that it can be done.
I just try and do whatever I can to help my team, to help and win.
The kids know that there is a tremendous amount of support behind them, from me to my coaches to the administration to the community. So I guess because of that, they're not afraid to fail and put it out there, because you can't get it if you don't put it out there.
So you're saying there's a chance, 2 more chances to three-peat for Andrew Giuliano. If you know of a high school athlete who deserves to be Athlete of the Week, here's our contact info: email, call, or message us on social media. Just send us who you would like to be nominated and why. All featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel. Congratulations to Andrew on the well-deserved state title. Still to come tomorrow, we've got the Hamilton College men's team playing in the NESCAC semis and the Utica University men's and women going for UCHC titles. That's it for us. We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.
You've been watching Sports Express. Brought to you by the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow, GPO Federal Credit Union, Herkimer College, and Scalzo, Zogbie, and Wittig Insurance.